Hello everyone, so this is probably going to be the very last video lecture for this semester. Alright, so the last topic that we are going to discuss is stable marriage problem. Okay, so what is stable marriage problem? Let's say we have a group of boys and a group of girls and we want to marry them to each other, and this marriage has to be stable. Okay, so before moving on to stable marriage problem, let's say what is an unstable stage. Okay, so let's say we have two boys, Brad and Billy Bob. All right, and we have two girls, Jennifer and Angelina. Okay, so now all of the boys and girls will have preference lists of whom they want to marry. Okay, so we will be using a bipartite graph to represent this preference. Okay, so Brad likes Angelina the most, so we will put an age between Brad and Angelina, and as Brad likes Angelina the most, we will put the weight as 1 between Brad to Angelina. Okay, from Brad to Angelina the weight is 1. That means Brad likes Angelina the most. And in the second place, obviously Jennifer comes because we have only two girls. So Brad likes Jennifer secondly. So we will put the weight value to 2 here. Okay. On the other hand, Billy Bob likes Angelina the most. So we will put an age here, and weight will be 1 here. And obviously Billy Bob likes Jennifer secondly, so we will put 2 here. Okay. Now what about the preferences of the girls? Okay, so Angelina also likes Brad the most, so we will again put 1 here. Okay, so I'm just using one age to represent two preference. This is basically a directional graph. From Brad to Angelina the age cost is also 1, and Angelina to Brad it is also 1. I'm just, for simplicity, I'm using only one age. Okay, but you get the point, I hope. All right, so Angelina likes Brad most, and Angelina has Billy Bob in her second place in her preference list. Okay, so now what about Jennifer? Jennifer likes Brad the most, and in her second place she has Billy Bob. Okay, so this is basically 2. Okay, all right, I think it is not visible, so let's put a 2 here. All right, okay, so now let's say we made Brad marry Jennifer and we made Billy Bob marry Angelina. Okay, all right, so we made the couples like this. Okay, so this is going to create a difficult problem for us. Why? Because as you can see, Brad has been married to his second most favorite girl, and also so Angelina has been married to her second most favorite boy. Okay, so if we made this couple as Brad and Angelina, then that would be most suited, right? But we did not do this. We did it like this: Brad and Jennifer, and Billy Bob and Angelina. So what is going to be the problem here? So let's say in a social gathering these two couple meet each other, and both Brad and Angelina are attracted to each other. Okay, so basically there's going to be an affair. So this whole structure might fall apart because both Brad and Angelina likes each other, so they might create an affair. Okay, so then we'll call that Brad and Angelina will form a rope couple. Okay, all right. Oh, I think it's spelling right. Okay, so they will form a rope couple, and this marriage set is not going to be stable. Okay, because of this rope couple. Okay, so we have to find such kind of matching so that there are no rope couple. Okay, so in this particular case, if we married Brad and Angelina and Billy Bob and Jennifer, then there would be no rogue couple. Okay, why? Because although it's Billy Bob and Jennifer, both of them will be married to their second most preferred person, but they cannot create any more affair because Brad and Angelina will be happily married to each other. They will not be looking to make any kind of affair. Okay, so the whole system will be stable. Okay, so the stable marriage problem is to find a suitable matching so that there is no chance of no chance of any rogue couple to happen. Okay, so that is going to be our problem. So we will find a algorithm to find such kind of matchings. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so here we have a set of boys and set of girls. Okay, so the boys are represented as 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So boy 1, boy 2, boy 3, boy 4 and boy 5. And also we have 5 girls here: girl A, girl B, girl C, D and E. Okay, and so here you can see the preference list. All right, so boy 1's preference list is as follows: he likes C the most, and then B, E, A and D. Okay, so and also we have the preference list for the girls here also. Okay, so the girls A's preference list is boy 3, 5, 2, 1 and 4. Okay, and in this way we have the preference list for all the other boys and girls. Okay, so one interesting thing is we will have equal number of boys and girls in this algorithm. All right, and there will be no ties. Okay, so there cannot be such case that boy 1 likes all the girls equally, or he likes C and B equally and then E, A and D. Okay, so this cannot be the case. Everyone has to have a unique preference, not unique, everyone has to have a preference list where there are no ties. Okay, all right, so if this is the case, then we can always find a stable marriage system. All right, also we will only consider the case of bipartite graph. Okay, by bipartite graph, that means a boy will always be matched to a girl only. So within boys matching and also girl to girl matching is not allowed in this case, because if we allow such kind of matching, there might be a situation where no stable matching is possible. Okay, this can be a case. But if we have a preference list where there are no ties and also boy to boy matching and girl to girl matching is banned, in such case we can always have a stable matching. Okay, so now we will see how we can achieve that. All right, okay, so now that we have our preference list, so what the boys will do, all the boys will go to the girls and ask that will you marry me. Okay, and a girl can have 3 kinds of answer. Okay, so the first one will be no, I will never, depending on the conditions. Okay, of course I will tell you the conditions. Okay, so and the second one is going to be maybe, come back tomorrow. Okay, because it's, I think you cannot see it. Okay, so the second answer is going to be maybe, come back tomorrow, and the third one is of course yes. Okay, so which answer the girls will give to which boys, that is our question. Okay, so the algorithm is, we had 5 girls, right? A, B, C, D. Yes, we had 5 girls. So the algorithm says the 5 girls will stand on their balcony. Okay, here like this, and basically they are neighbors, so they can see each other. All right, so the girls are standing on their balcony, and at day 1 we will have multiple days to complete this algorithm basically. Okay, so at day 1, so what the boys will do, the boys will go under the balcony of his most preferred girl who has not rejected him yet. Okay, so at the very first day, no girl has rejected any boys yet. Okay, so now we have 5 boys, so boy 1 will go under the balcony of C. Okay, so we'll write down C here, and boy 2 will go under A, 3 to D. 2 will go under A's balcony, so we'll write 2. 3 will go under D's balcony, and 4 and 5 will also go under A's balcony. Okay, so here we have 4 and also 5. All right, so this is the situation. All right, so now here girl A has 3 boys under her balcony, so she will check her preference list. Okay, so let's check our preference list for girl A. She has 3, 5, 2, 1, 4, but she has only 2, 4 and 5 under her balcony. So among these 3, who is her favorite? Obviously 5 is her favorite. So the answer to girl A's answer to 5 will be maybe come back tomorrow. Okay, she is not confirming him yet. Okay, and to boy 2 and 4 she will basically reject them. So to boy 2 and 4, girl A will say no, I will never marry you. So basically she is rejecting them. All right, and girl C will tell boy 1 maybe come back tomorrow. Girl D will also tell boy 3 maybe come back tomorrow, and B and E still does not have any boy under their balcony yet. Okay, so they will basically sit idle there. Okay, so now that boy 2 and 4 has been rejected by girl A, what they will do, they will cross off A from their list. Okay, so 2 will basically cross off A, and also 4 will cross off A from their list. Okay, so day 1 is passed here. Now comes day 2. Okay, so again in day 2 all the boys will go to their most preferred girl who has not crossed him off yet. Okay, all right, so 1 will again go under the balcony of C. 2 will now go under the balcony of B here. Okay, because he has already crossed up A from her list. So 2 will be under B here. 3 will go under D. 4 will go under C now, and 5 will go under A's balcony here. Okay, so now again girl A, B and D has only 1 boy under their balcony, so they will again tell those boys to come back tomorrow, maybe come back tomorrow. Okay, and now girl C has 2 boys under her balcony, 1 and 4, so she will basically check her preference list. So 4 and 1, so obviously 4 is her favorite, so she will tell 4 to come back tomorrow again, but to 1 she will basically say no, I will never marry you, so I am rejecting you basically. Okay, all right, so now what 1 will do, 1 will cross off C from her list. Okay, so C is crossed off here. All right, now comes day 3. Okay, so in day 3 boy 1 will go under B's balcony. Boy 2 will again go under B's balcony. 3 will go under D's. 4 will go under C. 5 will go under A. Okay, oh sorry, 5. Okay, so now again B has 2 boys under her balcony here, so 1 and 2 she will check her preference list. Obviously 2 is her favorite among these 2, so B will reject B will reject 1, boy 1. Okay, so 1 will cross off B from her list. All right, now again let's come to day 4. Okay, now in day 4 1 will go under E's balcony here. Okay, 2 will go under B. 3 will go under D. Sorry here. 4 will go under C, and 5 will go under A. Okay, so now you can see all the girls has exactly 1 boy under their balcony. Okay, so this is the termination condition. Okay, so when all the girls see as their neighbors, they can see that all the girls has exactly 1 boy under their balcony. So if this condition comes, then that is the terminating position here. Okay, so now all the girls will say yes to all the boys under their balcony. Okay, so now this is our stable matching or stable marriage, whatever you can say. So girl A and boy 5 will be married B and 2 will be married, C and 4 will be married, D and 3 will be married, and also E and 1 will be married. And if we perform such marriages, there is no chance that there is going to be a rogue couple. Okay, so that's it. This is the algorithm. All right, so there are proofs that why this is the stable most matching possible. Okay, so you don't require the proof. So if anybody is interested, I will obviously give you the documentation. All right, okay, so that's it. So that is the end of our semester here. Okay, so best of luck for your upcoming exam or upcoming evaluation process. Okay, all right, so goodbye.